Hello everyone! In today's lesson we are going to revise the grammar rules that have been tackled during the first term. In the first objective, we will revise the past and future tenses through correcting verbs between brackets and an MC task or multiple choice questions. Second, we will revise the clauses of reasons, results, purpose, concessions through an MC task. And finally, we will revise the modal verbs through an MC task on your workbook, page 61. Please get your student book and workbook ready. So what are the grammar rules that we have to revise for this term? We have already studied the past tenses, the present tenses, the future tenses, the comparison, clauses of reason, concession, result, purpose, and the modal verbs. Now let's get started with the revision of tenses. You are going to identify the tense used in each sentence. The first sentence, the earth revolves around the sun. So the verb here, revolves. What is the tense? The present simple. Very good. Next one. This time last year, Ahmed was planning for his future studies. We have the word last year and we have was planning. So it's about the past. As you can see here, we have three types of past: the past simple, perfect, and progressive. Let's try. Is it the past simple? No. Wrong answer. Progressive. It had rained heavily last year when the roads flooded with water. As you can see here, last year also, but had plus verb in the past participle. What do you think the answer is? The past perfect? Yes, that's correct. Number 4, he will be drinking tea in the morning at 7 o'clock. Will, this is the future, but we have will be drinking. Do you think it's simple? No, it's the future progressive. Very good. And finally, the teacher advised the students to frame a timetable for mathematics. Advised, as you can see here, we have verb plus ed. Yes, it's the past simple. And here is our score. We have one mistake. Now let's practice the past simple and the past progressive through this activity. You can take your notebook and try to pause the video and answer. Now, let's check the answers together. I was reading a book when the lights went out. So when here shows that there is a sudden action that happened to interrupt another action. So when the lights went out, because it happened suddenly. Number 2, my flatmate was doing the washing up. So this person was doing the washing up while so the verb to clean the windows. So these are two actions that were happening at the same time and both were in progress, so the action was cleaning. A careless driver, but I'm not anymore. This phrase shows that the person was talking about something that was permanent in the past, but it changed later. I'm not anymore. And here the answer is I used to be. I didn't tell Mary the news because when I went to her office, she on the phone. So the speaker here wanted to talk to Mary, but he didn't want to interrupt her, or she didn't want to interrupt her because she was doing an action in progress and she was talking. Number 5, home I started studying. So what do you think the answer is? If you remember, the word as and while has the same meaning. So I can say as or while. But I need, of course, to talk about an action in progress. Okay, so the answer will be as soon as I got home, I started studying. I hope you got 5 out of 5 in this practice. Now, open your workbooks, page 47. We are going to revise the past simple and the past perfect simple in this exercise. So you can refer to the grammar reference on your student book pages 89 and 90. So module 3 that deals with the past simple, and module 4 with the past perfect simple. Don't forget the form, as you can see here, and the time expressions with the uses in each tense. Alright, now let's complete the first 4 sentences with the past simple or the past perfect simple of the verbs in brackets. Number 1, Kelly attended Spanish classes for 2 years before she moved to Madrid. So before is the key word here that shows that we have 2 actions. One happened before the other. So the first one that happened chronologically is that she attended the Spanish classes. So the answer will be had attended. When we talk about actions that happened first, we should use the past perfect, which is had plus verb in the past participle. And then she moved to Madrid after, of course, attending the Spanish classes. By the time, this is the key word here, by the time Musa called me, I cleaned the whole house. So try to understand the sentence here. When Musa called me, I had already cleaned the house. So the answer, called, I had cleaned the house, because this happened first before he called me. Number 3, how long Mark traveled in the US before he go to Oklahoma? So what do you think? We have the keyword before. How long had Mark traveled before he went? So we use the past simple here after before. After I leave the office, I realize that I forget my mobile phone. So try to think about the chronological order of the events. What is the thing that happened first? Yeah, to forget the mobile phone. So it will take the past perfect simple. So after I left the office, I realized that I had forgotten. This action happened before leaving the office. Now, after we are done with the past tenses, let's check the future tenses. What are the tenses that are used to express the future? Let's check. The future simple with will. The present simple, it's also used to talk about the future when we talk about timetables. And the future progressive, which is will be plus verb in the ing. The future simple with going to when we talk about intentions. Alright, and finally the present progressive to talk about plans in the future, which is the verb to be in the present plus the verb in the ing. Don't forget to refer to the grammar reference page 92. As you can see here, we have all the explanation for will be going to the future progressive. So it is very important to refer to the grammar reference. Now please go to your workbook page 64. We are going to revise the future tenses starting from the sentence number 2. Barry to France next month. As you can see here, we have different options and we have next month. So is going to travel because of course this is an intention or a plan. Alright, number 3, the documentary at 7 o'clock. So the documentary is a program that will be broadcasted on TV. And of course, it is based on an official timetable, which is at 7 o'clock. So we are going to use here the present simple. So what is the present simple here? Is it start or starts? The documentary means it, so starts. The tennis club, a big event this Saturday. So we are talking about something planned by the tennis club and planned for this Saturday. And for the future plans, we use the present progressive. So the answer is organizing. Is organizing, verb to be plus verb in the ing. Next one, number 5. Hassan will call you as soon as off work. The key word here, as soon as, of course, refers to the future, but requires present simple immediately after this expression. So the answer gets. Number 6, what happened? I promise anyone. I promise, this is the keyword, and of course we use the future will with a promise, so I won't tell, which means I will not tell. It's the short form. Number 7, put on a coat or you sick. Put on a coat or as a result you will get sick. Number 8, I the whole weekend because I have to finish. So the whole weekend. There will be an action in progress here. Very good, so the answer will be working. Now we are done with the tenses. Let's revise the clauses of reason. So the clauses of reason, as you can see, this rule is taken from the grammar reference. Please don't forget to refer to the grammar reference. So it's to express the reason for something, and we have because, as, since, or because of, due to, but don't forget that the structure is different. So after because, as, since, we use subject plus verb, because of or due to plus a noun, ing, due to the fact that plus a clause. Now look at this. Let's check your understanding. The streets were filled with water, the rain. What is the possible answer? Because, due to, since, due to the fact. Is because possible? It's not, because there is no subject plus verb. What do we have here? The rain. The rain is a noun, so we can say because of or due to. And here we don't have because of, so we are going to use due to. Now, the clauses of concession, of course, they are used to express contrast or opposition. And this is the rule. The structure is different from one expression to the other. We have although, even though, in spite of, despite, in spite of, or despite the fact that. Let's check. So this is from the beginning of the sentence. All our hard work, a lot of things went wrong. So focus on the first clause. All of our hard work. Is it a clause? Is there any verb here? No, there is no verb. So we are going to exclude this. So all of our hard work is about a noun. Which one is used with a noun? In spite of or despite. So the answer will be in spite of. The clauses of result now, to express the result of an action or a conclusion. We can use so plus adjective plus that, or so plus adverb plus that, or such plus adjective plus noun plus that. It was last night that I couldn't sleep. So we have here such a hot. Let's check. Such should be plus an adjective plus a noun. Such hot, this is the adjective. Do you have any noun here? No, this is the time expression, last night. So what is the answer? Very good, so hot. So plus adjective plus that. So this is the adjective and that. Move on now to the clauses of purpose, of course, to show the purpose of an action. And we have different ways to express the purpose. According to this rule, can you answer the following? He spoke slowly. They could write everything down. For example, when the teacher tries to speak slowly and clearly. So we have here, they could write everything. They could write, this is not the base form. So what do you think? We have here could, and we have here the rule. So we use so that they could write everything down. Now move on to the last rule, the modal verbs. Can you tell me what are the modal verbs that express ability? When you say I am able to, can, or in the past I was able to, could. Obligation and necessity, must, have to, or has to, need to, and in the past had to. Permission, can, could, may, and might. Request, when you ask for something. May, can, could, well, would. Advice or opinion. You can use should, ought to, had better. Prohibition. You mustn't, you can't. Absence of obligation. Needn't, don't have to, don't need to. Possibility, can, could, may, or might, to say that it's possible to happen. Now let's demonstrate understanding and do the activity D on your workbook, page 61. Choose A, B, C, or D. You be late for school, you will get in trouble. So you will get in trouble. This can make me understand that we are talking about a rule or law. So the answer will be you mustn't. Number 2, borrow your pencil, please. This is a request. So may I? Number 3, Lisa forget about the meeting if you don't call her. Might. So it's possible that Lisa forgets about the meeting. Number 4, you pass me the salt, please. So what do you think here? Will you pass me? We are asking here for help. Number 5, John finished the project before he left. So John had to finish the project before he left, which is obligation. You do the washing up, I can do it. I can do it. Okay, so here you don't need to, it is not necessary. I reached the box because it was too high. So the box was too high. Do you think I can reach it? No, and we have here it was too high. We are talking about the past. So I couldn't. Hannah eat less chocolate if she wants to lose weight. So the statement, if she wants to lose weight, do you think she could eat less chocolate, ought to eat less chocolate, needs or may? She ought to, because this is a piece of advice. This is all for today. I advise you to go back to the grammar reference and to the exercises on your student book and workbook to revise efficiently. I may wish you the very best of luck to all of you as you take the exam. Stay relaxed, focused, and give your best. I have no doubt that you will make it through. Bye-bye.